What is going on, guys? Welcome to the Traveling Crypto. So today I wanted to talk about XRP or Ripple, a top 3 cryptocurrency with a market cap of $31 billion currently. So you've been staring at your portfolio for months wondering why won't the price of XRP skyrocket like it's supposed to? After all, you can't open up a browser without seeing which large corporation or bank or even government has signed a deal with Ripple today. Yet the price won't really move much. And why hasn't Coinbase added it? Well, this might have more to do with what XRP is fundamentally and how some of the general public's misunderstanding might be driving some of these uninformed questions. Before we move any further, I'd like to ask a favor from you, and please hit that subscribe button if you haven't hit it yet. My main goal is to provide you with accurate, unadulterated cryptocurrency and crypto trading content. So what exactly is XRP? Let's get right into it.
So what exactly is XRP and Ripple? Well, Ripple itself is a privately held company that's based in San Francisco that's partially backed by VC money or venture capital money. And while crypto enthusiasts use the terms Ripple and XRP interchangeably, XRP is only one of the business verticals that Ripple is involved in. When you hear that Ripple signed a deal with this bank or that corporation, usually the article is actually not referring to XRP at all. So when is XRP actually used? Let's take a step back for a quick second. Ripple actually has 3 main products in the market: XCurrent, XRapid or XRP, which is what we're the most familiar with, and XVia. XCurrent is probably the product that the media is referring to when you hear about Ripple striking a deal with a certain bank or a certain government. So what is XCurrent? XCurrent is a payment system that uses RippleNet, which is Ripple's proprietary implementation of the Interledger protocol. Now that's a mouthful for sure. XCurrent's distributed ledger isn't the same one that XRP uses, which is a separate system called XRP Ledger. The main goal of XCurrent is to provide banks and users with a cheap, fast, and secure method of transacting within the same currency or within commonly traded currency pairs such as the Euro and USD. A simple example for how XCurrent is used is a bank in the US wants to conduct business with a bank in Sweden. And since the USD Euro trading pair is the most voluminous, the most commonly traded currency pair in the world, there is heavy interest to see this transaction through swiftly. Now, RippleNet is not a cryptocurrency per se, but it does use cryptography in certain elements of the payment cycle, such as when it's holding funds in escrow. XCurrent is really flexible as it can settle payments in a number of different currencies and even digital currencies such as Bitcoin and XRP. It doesn't really matter what currency you want to settle payments in if you're using XCurrent. And one of the reasons that crypto enthusiasts are really bullish on XRP is that once you have XCurrent implemented, the upgrade to using XRapid in the future is seamless. That brings us to Ripple's second product and the one with all of the notoriety, XRP. As we said before, XRP uses the XRapid ledger, which is separate from the XCurrent ledger. XRapid is faster and cheaper than any payment system out today, but it is even faster and cheaper than XCurrent itself. Now, besides speed, one of the main areas where XRP truly shines is when banks and users want to conduct business with currency pairs that aren't commonly traded, such as, say, the Mexican peso and the Saudi rial. It can even handle more complicated and niche situations, like, for instance, if a user wants to send a payment in Bitcoin and the end user wants to receive it in the South African rand. However, XRP does care how you settle. Settlements have to be made in XRP. Now, one of the hopes is that while using the XRapid system, you have to settle in XRP, thereby creating more of a demand for XRP and hopefully driving the value in the marketplace. Also, as stated earlier, one of Ripple's long-term goals is to migrate users that are currently using XCurrent over to the XRapid system in the future. Now, just for comparison's sake, here's a chart that's comparing how XRP stacks up against other digital currencies in terms of speed and cost. Keep in mind that this is straight from Ripple's website, so take it with a grain of salt. And lastly, just for due diligence, we'll cover the last product, XVia. XVia isn't really a separate product at all. XVia is an API that enables users to send money using RippleNet, which was mentioned when we were talking about XCurrent, by providing a standard interface which is easier to use. So it aims to leverage the popularity of certain mechanisms such as mobile money in Africa. What goes on under the hood is actually the same exact process as if two users were using the XCurrent platform, but the interface, the front end, makes it a lot easier to manage and handle. Now that you can differentiate between Ripple's products, there's still a couple of fundamental questions that are left to answer. Is Ripple decentralized, and how does XRP drive value? Let's tackle the second question first. How does XRP drive value? A lot of crypto enthusiasts, even those who understand the XRP use case, don't really see why the more that XRP is used, the more valuable it gets, right? The more that banks and companies implement XRapid, why does that make the intrinsic value of XRP, why does that drive the intrinsic value up? However, you can project that critique for most cryptocurrencies, right? Like, what besides speculation makes the price of Bitcoin or the price of Litecoin or the price of IOTA, what makes those go up? It's the same exact critique that you can apply to almost every cryptocurrency. It's just speculation. Next, is Ripple decentralized? Now, if you scour the comment section on the crypto news sites and on YouTube, you'll see that this is actually more debated than the moon landing itself. The answer, unfortunately, is a more complex one than just a binary yes or no answer. RippleNet is a fully decentralized global payment system and is not actually managed by the company itself. Where the ambiguity lies is XRP. It's a little less clear. Now, Ripple self-admittedly said that they would like XRP to be more decentralized, and they've actually drawn up a pretty detailed plan to get XRP decentralized in the future. So if we're going by the company's own self-admission, you could say that XRP is not fully decentralized because they said so. Now, even if XRP was fully decentralized, or if and when they achieve their goal of decentralization, the fact that the company itself, the privately held company, controls 60% of the total supply, or 60 billion coins, that's contemptuous to some. Now, they have placed most of this XRP in escrow, 55 billion coins, in order to try and maintain the public's trust, and they release 1 billion XRP per month. Now, what is unused gets returned back to the escrow account. They claim this is how they control supply and implement some sort of semblance of predictability of supply. Now, even with that, even if the coins are locked up in escrow, crypto purists will say that this is not in the spirit of true decentralization like a Bitcoin or a Litecoin or an IOTA. In my view, even if Ripple achieves its goal of decentralizing the mechanism with which users transact using their cryptocurrency, crypto purists will never fully designate XRP as a decentralized cryptocurrency, even if what's going on under the hood when it comes to transacting is a fully decentralized process. That's it for this summary of Ripple. Hopefully you understand more about the company, its products, and why the value of XRP is not necessarily tied to the deals that it's been winning, and also why the question of decentralization is actually not a straightforward one. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Crypto giveaway at 20,000. Leave a thumbs up and a comment. Let me know your honest thoughts. Stay safe out there. Peace.